start this, we are gonna do today's daily problem and yesterday's daily code problem. So should I do remote tracking or should I show you my previous code? Is a little bit messy. Let's see for the question is, and you have been given an array nums containing n numbers. You can perform two types of operation. You can divide the element if it is even, right? So if you can make, let's say, 1 to 3 4, you can make 2 and 4, you can make 4 equal to 2, and if the element is odd you can multiply it by 2. You can make 3 to 6, right? The deviation of the array is the maximum difference between the two elements, right? Okay, maximum difference between any two elements, which is obviously, if we are asking about maximum difference, so it would be between the minimum and the maximum element. Return the minimum deviation of the possible array, right? So again, this is a kind of a minimum of maximum kind of a question. You want to return minimum deviation, and deviation is coming from the fact that this is a maximum difference. It is binary search or not? Actually here it is not. Generally it is binary search. Why it's not binary search? Just intuition for that. You can't say if x is an answer, you can't say that x plus 1 would be answer, right? So binary search on answer works like that, that you have a ranges. You have L to R range. Let's say this is L and this is R. At some point there is an, your particular binary search answer, which is before this the answer does not satisfy. Let's say before this the good value was false, false, false. After this the valid function becomes true to true. So this is the least minimum point, minimum deviation for which, the difference, yeah, this is the minimum deviation that we can get. Okay, yeah, that's what it. But it's not like that, because you can't do binary search, because some answer can be true and then there can be some false value over here, there can be some true value over here, something like that. But yeah, that's what I mean, that answer does not, it's not like continuous shift from false to true. I think like that, because in this case if answer is 1 possible, answer is equal to 2 is not possible in this. I think 1 2 3 4, or it is possible. I'm saying between 1 and 4 currently difference is 3. Can I make it 2? To make it 2, I can make it 2 to 3 4. Currently the difference between minimum and maximum is 2. Okay. But I could have make it 2 2 3 2, which is 1. Again, this case fine. I don't think so in this case. Let's see. Just trying to show you that it's not a binary search question. So for 3 it's possible. Let's try for 4. 4, I would say like 1 3. First, I'm just writing in sorted order. It's not like we have to do anything with sorted, but yeah. So currently 1 and 20, the difference is 19. I'm gonna reduce this into 5 for sure. Now the difference is 1 and 5, 4. I can multiply this by 2, then it will become 3. But how can it become? Okay, okay, okay. It can be 3. It can be 4. In this case, it is 4 again. Hmm. Can it be 5? 5 should also be possible, na? 5 is not possible. Why? For 1 you cannot have 6, right? You cannot have 6. For 3 you cannot have something. For 1 you can have 2, but 2 and 10 is also not satisfying the case. 3 and 6 cannot be the answer. So that's why you can say binary search is not possible. Okay, let's just pause for a minute and think about any other logic, right? Okay, so binary search is not possible, right? So now what we will do, uh, basically, when we try to minimize the difference between the any two elements in the array, we're trying to make the array compact, like, closer elements should be as much closer to themselves as possible. So for that, what I did, I reduced every element to its minimum form. So every element can occur in, one or more than one form. Obviously, like odd elements can appear. Let's say if you are having one, you can make out of it a one, or you can have two for it, right? But if you have a number, let's say 20, which I've shown you, so there are multiple things you can have for 20. You can divide it by 10, divided by 2, which is 10, and then again divided by 2, which is 5. But that's it. You cannot divide 5 by 2. So these three forms of 20 you can have. You can choose not to do any operation, you will have then 20. You can do one operation, you will have 10. You do two operation, you have 5. So I'm saying you convert every number to minimum number. So 1, let's say for this array 1 is just minimum number. 4 minimum number would be 1, because 4 divided by 2 2, 2 divided by 2 1. and then 5 is just odd number. No, nothing we can do with odd number. 20 we can make it at least 5 and not less than that. 3 is just 3. So this is the least possible numbers. You made array compact. Now the difference is not like that. Like the 1 and 20 difference was 19. Currently the difference is 4, and we can increment this to 2 and 5, 5 and 3. Now the difference would be this that. So now the question is, how can we find this thing? Like, how can we make this array like 2 to 5 by 3? So for that matter, what I'm saying, ki your your smaller elements are coming towards your larger element. Similarly, you can do reverse of that as well. I tried to this let me be clear. I tried to do this like one like I reduced to it base form, and then multiplying the smaller numbers. I'm storing smaller numbers in my priority queue, which is whichever is the smallest number. I'll multiply that by 2, and then I'll calculate the difference. And hmm, it was running or it was not running, I don't know. It was giving TLE. I don't know why it was giving TLE. Obviously, the reason is I think due to this somewhere over this, or let's say like it is passing on every case. It's not like that it's not passing. It is giving TLE. But if we do the another thing, okay, because what we are doing over here, we convert into reduced form, and then we are looking to multiply it by 2, right? Multiply it by 2, multiply it by 2, and multiply it by 2, and so on, as much as multiply by 2 as possible. For example, this one which you converted from 4, you can multiply it by 2, you can again multiply it by 2 to make it 4. So that is the thing. So I think that's the reason why it's giving TLE. Now we will not be doing more TLEs, but yeah, as you can see again, time limit on the very last case, it is 73 or 74 out of 75. So now we will do in reverse direction. We will not convert into the base form, we will convert into the max form, right? Max form for 4 is just 4 itself. Even number cannot multiply by 2. Max number for 1 is 2. Max for 5 is 10. For 20 it's 20, and for 3 it's 6. Now every number is even, as you can see. Now I'll pick the maximum number, and the minimum number I have is 2, right? And I'll pick the maximum number, which is 20. So I'll see the difference. I'll say this is 18. Okay, fine. Then I'll say here reduce 20. Reduce your maximum number to 10. Now check the maximum, the complete array, which is again 10. So 2 minus 10, so difference between 2 and 10 would come out as 8. Then I'll say ki, okay, reduce this 10 again to 5, but still the maximum is 10 because there was another 10 present. So max, currently the difference is still 8. You will reduce this 10 to 5 also. Now the maximum is 6. Then difference between 2 and 6 would come out as 4, and then you will decrease this 6 again. 6 will become now 3. Now you will say key difference between 2 and now 4 is the maximum, so the difference between them is 2. No, 2, and currently maximum is 5. Okay, so difference is 5. So difference is 3 between 2 and 5. Now this number is odd, cannot be decrease more, cannot be divided by 2. So that is the where you stop. This is the stopping condition. So you are going in the topmost form, and then you are dividing. What I was doing, I was going to the base form, multiplying. As you can see, I'm just continuously multiplying it by 2 if it is possible. So there is an extra check to check whether I can multiply this by 2 or not. Whether I can multiply this 2 or not, there is a check, because let's say your number, for example, if the number is even 2, you cannot multiply it by 2. Yeah, but you reduced it into base form, right? You can multiply it by 2. So that is the thing. Basically over here, the original numbers were something like this. Original number was this, and we converted into base form. It looked something like 1 comma 1 comma 5 comma 5 comma 3. Then yeah, 3. 3 is not getting reduced. Odd numbers are not getting reduced. So you have to check whether I can multiply this by 2 or not. One can be multiplied by 2 because this one is coming from 4, but this one cannot be multiplied by 2 because, so there is an extra check, I think, due to that is giving TLE. And in case of converting it to max form and reducing it, you just divide it, and the condition is just it doesn't become odd, because until then you can divide it. So let's try to do that, what I'm saying. So the thing would be very simple if I would have just this this definition function on just commenting every part, and let's do it over here. So first would be your max heap, right? How to create a max heap? Priority queue. Why max heap? Because every time I want my maximum number, you can do tree set if you Java. So for auto in also over there I need to keep track in min heap. I was keeping a vector of thing to keep track of the number and its original index to get the original value to compare it whether we can multiply this by 2 or not. So yeah, somewhat more work over there, but that's what written in the hint section. Okay, firstly yeah, that was written in the hint section, and that you start with the minimum possible value for each number. Do not go by this. Start with the maximum possible value for each number. Okay, I would say like that, because or maybe there is one way, we will see that later. But first, let's do this. Okay, q dot push I, all elements there, and then while now there is a thing, while q dot top is your even, then only you have to run the uh, check the difference between min and max. How to get the minimum element? You can, or you cannot, but yeah, mn is equal to just 1e9, and mn is equal to minimum of mn comma I. Hoo, 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 hoo. While your q dot top element is even, you will say, okay, let's see the difference. Sorry, yeah, and result variable, let's say r variable, it is currently storing max minus min, or let's say it is just it's just 29 because I want to reduce this also. So r, let's keep it as r is equal to max in my this sorry, yes, max of r comma, sure, minimum, and over here 1e9, let's do like this. And what is the max value over here? Top is max value minus में what is the minimum value, mn, and then I would say just key q dot top divided by 2 कर दो. But better would be, better would be t is equal to q dot top, q dot pop obviously, and then t minus minimum, and that's all you need to do, I think. Yeah, return your r. So just divide it, and also minimum को we will be doing mn is equal to mn comma minimum of mn comma t by 2, so that yeah, and max is coming from there, but that is the thing. Okay, let's see. Okay, so there is an issue over here. You don't push just directly I. You will say कि if I is odd, then I into equal to 2, and that's all, and then I think it should be fine now. 2 4 6. If I is odd, you will multiply I by 2, and you will push that I into q, and minimum is equal to mn comma current I, and then t minus mn, t divides by 2, mn is equal to mn comma t. Should we do it over here? I think absolute. Okay, while q dot top, मतलब बेसिकली हमने क्या करा, देख लेते हैं ना, मतलब या फिर एक बार खुद से कर लेते हैं. 1 2 3 4 ड्राई रन करते हैं, ठीक है. 1 को मैंने 2 बना दिया, 2 को छेड़ा नहीं, 3 को मैंने 6 बना दिया. मिनिमम एलिमेंट देखा, मैक्सिमम एलिमेंट देखा. प्रायोरिटी क्यू में सब कुछ मैक्स के हिसाब से जाएगा, तो मैक्स 6 आ जाएगा. मिनिमम एलिमेंट मैंने रख लिया 2 काइंड ऑफ. तो 2 6 डिफरेंस इज करंट 4. और कैसे कर सकते थे इसे, आर की जगह हम ये कर सकते थे क्यू डॉट टॉप माइनस mn, ठीक है. दिस इज थिंग. एंड नाउ तुमने निकाला सबसे बड़ा एलिमेंट विच इज 6, और ये ऑब्वियसली ऑड है, तो तुमने क्या करा, डिफरेंस ऑब्वियसली मतलब फिर से देख लिया 4, एंड देन तुमने इसको डिवाइड कर दिया 3 से, एंड मिनिमम एलिमेंट करंटली स्टिल 2 ही रहेगा, ठीक है. सो 2 के लिए अब मैक्स आ जाएगा 4 निकल के, तो 2 4 मैं देखूंगा. and then 4 would come. You can either print C out, which is your T coming up every time, and then जब 2 के लिए 4 आएगा तो द डिफरेंस वुड कम आउट एज 2, जो कि मिनिमम डिफरेंस ऑफ 2 मिल जाएगा हमें, और हम बोल देंगे कि इसको भी डिवाइड कर दो, 2 कर दो, डिवाइड बाय 2, और एम एन करंटली मेरा 2 ही रहेगा फिर से, फिर मैक्स आएगा 3 अगला मेरा। नाउ देयर इज अ थिंग, क्यूरा टॉप डॉट डिवाइड बाय दिस। अच्छा, सो आर इज इक्वल टू, आई थिंक मेरे को एक और बार करना पड़ेगा, आर कॉमा क्यूरा टॉप, बिकॉज ऑड नंबर तो आया ही नहीं यार। एम एन, I think this should be fine. Let's see, or there are some other ways. Working well. Let's see bigger test cases or directly, because we have them, because yeah, wrong submissions. I'm going for the very last test case I have of TLE. 73 out of 75. So yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Let's submit this up. Again TLE, due to C out. Okay, as you can see, the submission is fine, but it's not very efficient. So we will see some of the most voted solutions. All I know, this is prior to Q, it is I think n log n or something like that, and at reset may it would be शायद just O of n. इंट्यूशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. व्हाई डू यू गेट दिस इंट्यूशन कि तुम्हें इसको ऑड को मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 करना है, और इवन को नहीं छेड़ना है, और सबको एक मैक्स हीप के अंदर डालना है? वाई? ऑब्वियसली वी वांट द डिफरेंस बिटवीन मिनिमम एलिमेंट और मैक्सिमम एलिमेंट. तो अगर हम अपने मिन का ट्रैक अपने पास रखें तो, और मैक्स हम चेंज करते जा रहे हैं, मैक्स को डिवाइड करते जा रहे हैं, तो हम ऐसा कर सकते हैं, राइट? प्रायोर टू क्यू से मैक्स ले रहे हैं, और मिन हमारे पास है, ठीक है? तो ये और दूसरा तरीका वो हो सकता है जो हम कर रहे थे पहले, कि सारे हमारा मैक्स फिक्स था, और मिन हम ले रहे थे, उसको मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 करते जा रहे थे कि एज फार एज यू कैन, और मतलब उसमें हम छोटे को बड़े के पास ले जा रहे थे, इसमें हम बड़े को नीचे ला रहे हैं, छोटे के पास ले जा रहे हैं, ताकि दोनों का डिफरेंस कम हो सके, बस दैट इज द थिंग. तो डिफरेंस कम करने के लिए हम यही कर रहे हैं कि या एक एक चीज को फिक्स कर रहे हैं, एंड बड़ी चीज को या तो नीचे ला रहे हैं, तो छोटी चीज को ऊपर ले जा रहे हैं, ठीक है? इस केस में why can't we take 20, जैसे ये आ रहा था, तो इसमें why didn't we take 2 और 20 का मार्क्स डिफरेंस आ रहा था, 2 को 20 के पास क्यों नहीं लेगा? क्यों ले ही नहीं जा सकते? तुम वैसे सोचो तो शायद ले जाओ, बट लेके नहीं जा सकते, बिकॉज इवन को हम डिवाइड कर सकते हैं 2 से, ऑड को डिवाइड नहीं, मल्टीप्लाई नहीं कर सकते, सॉरी, इवन को हम मल्टीप्लाई नहीं कर सकते, मतलब इवन नंबर को हम बढ़ा नहीं सकते, बस हम इवन नंबर को घटा सकते हैं. सो बड़े नंबर को हम बस घटा सकते हैं, और बड़ा नंबर ही ऑड आ गया तो वो घटने वाला नहीं है अब, ठीक है? बस ये चीज है. In addition, we can divide even number multiple times till we get an odd number, but we can only double the odd number once. After that, it will become an even number. तो even number never increase, even number हमेशा decrease होंगे, odd number just as a need basis हमने बढ़ा दी है, right? ऐसे ही कुछ है इसका इंट्यूशन भी, और यही करा है इसने भी. अगर है तो मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 कर दो, पुश कर दो, एम एन का ट्रैक रख लिया, जब तक ये नहीं आता तो कर दिया, आर एस इज इक्वल टू आर एस ऑफ दिस कर दिया, आर एस सेम है, मेरे वाला बिल्कुल सेम ही है इसका, तो टी माइनस मिनिमम टी डिवाइड बाय 2 कर दिया, ठीक है? और मिनिमम को उसका ट्रैक रख लिया होगा, और बी क्यू डिवाइड बाय 2, ठीक है? पी क्यू डिवाइड बाई टू पुश कर दिया, टी डिवाइड बाई टू करने की नीड नहीं थी, सीधा मतलब टी डिवाइड बाई टू तुम यहाँ पे कर दो और यहाँ पे भी टी डिवाइड बाई टू कर दो, मतलब वही बात है, ऊपर कर भी रखा है, तो काइंड ऑफ यही चीज़ें हैं, पर इससे कुछ टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी में फ़र्क आएगा नहीं। मेक हीप प्रायोरिटी क्यू, मेक हीप क्या होता है, मेक हीप पी फाइव, अच्छा मेक हीप भी कुछ होता है आई थिंक सी प्लस प्लस में, राइट? क्या होता है ये मेक हीप जब हम करते हैं बिगिन से एंड इस एरे का, तो ये हीप बना देगा आई थिंक जीरो पे पड़ा होगा सबसे छोटा एलिमेंट, राइट? बैक पे पड़ा होगा सबसे बड़ा एलिमेंट, राइट? तो क्या व्हाई आर वी स्टॉपिंग व्हेन वी सी ऑड एज मैक्स? दिस इज अ गुड क्वेश्चन. Why are we stopping when we see odd as max? Because you cannot reduce odd. You can reduce by definition either reducing the max or increasing the min. We can have odd number at the top, reduce the max and further. Oh, there is a significant difference. But yeah, nothing much. A sliding window solution. Wow. Calculate possible values from it, push it to the next candidate. We calculate all the possible values from it and push it into the next candidate list with the source index. So what are the candidates, and current problem is finding sublist or contain all index deviation as tail minus head. Easy question for sliding windows. I don't know if it is getting accepted or not, or what is the time complexity or this min max. So use priority queue in the second approach just to pass iterators to it. The constructor of the priority queue still have the same runtime and still have the same. What if we allow to divide the number only once and stopping condition or my approach? Understand? Push by priority queue scenario, right? यहाँ पे बंदे अलग ही क्वेश्चन बना रहे हैं. My understanding don't push. But what is this make heap? Result of n of 0. Is there something make heap in C++? Let's see. I think there is. ठीक है ना, उससे भी कर लेते हैं, कुछ फर्क तो आएगा नहीं. यूज टू ट्रांसफॉर्म सीक्वेंस टू अ हीप. तो हम एम्परसेंट आई तो लगा ही लिया है, मल्टीप्लाई भी कर ही रहे हैं, क्यू में पुश कर रहे हैं, ये कर रहे हैं, सब कर रहे हैं. क्यू में पुश हटा दो, आर बार देख लेंगे. एंड सबसे पहले मेक हीप बना दो, ठीक है? फिर आई हैव नॉट डन दिस इन प्रीवियसली, सो लेट्स जस्ट ट्राई विद इट, राइट? ए डॉट बिगिन, ए डॉट एंड, हीप बन गई होगी, है ना? मेक हीप से नाउ आर के सारा होगा कि ए के बैक पे जो पड़ा हुआ है, एन माइनस भी बोल सकते हैं ना. ठीक है. वाइल ए का बैक तुम्हारा इवन है ना? ये करूं तो क्या करो, क्या करो, पॉप वॉप की नीड नहीं है ना अब. ए डॉट बैक और मिनिमम पे होगा हमारा ए ऑफ जीरो, ऐसा कर सकते हो, क्योंकि अब तुम्हारे पास जीरो निकालने का भी ऑप्शन है, जो कि नहीं होता जनरली. एन ऑफ जीरो माइनस, अच्छा मिनिमम, ओके, जीरो पे पड़ा है वो बैक शायद. क्या हो रहा है भाई यहाँ पे, समझ नहीं आ रहा. एन जीरो डिवाइड बाई टू कर रहे हैं, पॉप हीप, पुश हीप, एम एन पे मेरा मिन एलिमेंट पड़ा हुआ है, तो ए जीरो अगर मेरा सबसे बड़ा है तो ये मैंने वो वाला काम कर दिया। मिनिमम को अपडेट करना है तो ए जीरो अपॉन टू से अपडेट कर दो, है ना। ए जीरो डिवाइड बाई टू करके अब उसको पॉप हीप तो करना ही है ऑब्वियसली। पॉप पॉप कैसे करा है इसने, हीप में से नहीं करा, करा है बिगिन कॉमा एंड। बाप रे, इसने पूरा का पूरा वही पॉप कर दिया आई थिंक। मिनिमम मिनिमम करने के बाद पॉप हीप कर दिया ए डॉट बिगिन से लेके ए डॉट एंड तक। एंड देन पुश नहीं करा, इन्हें क्या करा, सबसे बड़े एलिमेंट को ए डॉट बैक को डिवाइड बाय टू कर दिया एंड मेक हीप कर दिया आई थिंक। सॉर्ट करा था क्या को, नहीं। तो हमें सबसे बड़े एलिमेंट को हाफ करना है, तो ये बैक को हाफ क्यों कर रहा है अगर सबसे बड़ा एलिमेंट जीरो पे है तो। दैट इज ऑल्सो द रीजन ना कि सबसे बड़ा एलिमेंट जीरो पे है, जीरो डिवाइड बाई टू कर दिया और मिनिमम अपडेट करने के लिए, और उसको हमें अपडेट भी करना है हीप के अंदर। हीप के अंदर अपडेट इसने सारे एलिमेंट्स निकाल के बैक को ये करके या फिर डाला है, दोनों रिटर्न कर रहा है। देख लेते हैं यार, पता चल जाएगा अभी। अब क्यू डॉट, अब कुछ नहीं है, ए ऑफ जीरो है जो भी है। आइडेंटिफायर बना दो भैया। I would say a0 minus mn again. Okay, let's see. Push heap, pop heap. How does it work? What's the time complexity? सबसे बड़े केस पे ही चला रहे हैं हम। 331 don't know, क्योंकि यहाँ पे इस केस में 200 कुछ आया था। ओके, बड़े केस पे चल रहा है, छोटे केस पे रॉन्ग आंसर। तो ये होना नहीं चाहिए क्योंकि अभी तो वी आर जस्ट कॉपिंग द कोड ना। Not just this is the thing. A0 should be I think even, I think like that. Or let's see. Yeah, A0 should be even. मैं एक हीप समझ रहे हैं अभी हम, ये हीप बना देगा, काम तो ऑलरेडी हमने कर ही चुका है। टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी थोड़ा सा अच्छा है क्या, शायद से या। और अच्छा, प्रायोरिटी क्यू अलग से यूज नहीं करी, टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी बहुत सही है। बट स्पेस सॉरी सॉरी स्पेस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी सही है, टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी में कोई फर्क नहीं है ज्यादा। टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी अच्छा सॉल्यूशन है कोई। टू अप्रोचेस, वाओ, ऑर्डर्ड सेट का भी एक अप्रोच है आई थिंक। ऑर्डर्ड सेट में ना हमें चाहिए क्या, हमें चाहिए सबसे बड़ा एलिमेंट या सबसे छोटा एलिमेंट और करंट में, और उसके हिसाब से चेक करना है, तो प्रायोरिटी की सबसे बेस्ट काम करती है। एंड इजी or decrease the maximum as possible. Operation increase the minimum. Every element is as max possible. We cannot increase a number further left with just one operation to decrease the max. Keep track of minimum deviation. Yeah, this is the time complexity and log n into log m. Number is m. वही है सबका ही है। और even numbers can be divided multiple times until it converts to an odd number. Odd numbers can be doubled only once they convert to even. Even numbers can never be increased. Okay, and how the vector double all the way elements can nullify the requirement of the second operation. Yeah, कि अब तुम्हें उसको इवन बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है, अब सबको बस तुम्हें ना डिक्रीज द लार्जेस्ट वेक्टर व्हाइल इट्स इवन, स्टोर द वेक्टर एंड लॉग इन। परफेक्ट है क्या ये। Greedily reduce the maximum element present in the set. If maximum element present, break the loop. मैक्सिमम एलिमेंट ऑफ द सेट इरेज कर दो, इंसर्ट कर दो x/2 डिफरेंसेस। वही तो है, बट सेट डॉट इरेज सेट डॉट इंसर्ट ओवन में होता है क्या? हम्म। And again, the predicate and hit have a empty predicate v on to add an element and login. Set does not allow duplicates. Yeah. तो हमारे numbers ठीक है सर, ठीक है. I think this property helps. Set does not allow duplicates. Set performs every insert, delete, R begin, R end. Yes. Celebration. Okay. Okay. While loop runs n times. Because set does not allow duplicates. Set does not allow duplicates. Divided by 2. So, ठीक है भाई, सेट से भी कर लेते हैं फिर. It's already enough, so let's just pause it.